Two words for you. Manny effing Machado. 4 for
That's
4,
three.
his 2-out, 2-run single in the ninth ties the score. Jake Cronenworth, a 2-out RBI single in the 10th. 3 2-out RBIs in the ninth and 10th innings, and the Padres rally from 2-0 down, left for dead in San Francisco to really stun the Giants on this Tuesday night. And the Padres have started the 17-game stretch well. They've won the first two games. They shut out the Giants yesterday. They win in come-from-behind fashion here today, 3-2. Their bullpen was absolutely spectacular. And the Giants bullpen, which has been the best in baseball or right towards the top in baseball, really just failed miserably, specifically in that ninth inning. So John and Jim with you here on the wrap-up show. We've got a lot to discuss. So make your way in. If you have not subscribed to this channel, we ask that you do that tonight. So please subscribe. You're on content for baseball fans and Padres fans. Please subscribe. Smash the like button for us. We need 400 likes on this video. So as you're here, 500 likes on this video. As you're here live or on replay, please smash the like button. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We see the first super of the night. We appreciate your support of the channel. If you want to make sure we get your comment, if you just want to support our work, if you want to control the direction of the conversation, click the $ below the chat box. If you want to become a member, get the emojis and the badges, click the join button down below. But Jim, what a win. 2 outs in the ninth. I thought Doval kind of opened it up for the Padres with the walks. Lockridge reaching there as Casey Schmidt, the former Aztec, could not dig a ball out with 1 out in the ninth inning. Kind of started the unraveling of the Giants there in the ninth inning. And then the Padres, as they did yesterday, found a way in a 10th inning to scratch across a run, and they won the first two games of this 4-game series.
Yeah, it was a game that I felt like Bob Melvin was trying to give the Padres after he took out Landon Rupp. Like, I feel like that game, he was just like giving the Padres, like, hey, here's an opportunity, guys. Are you gonna take advantage of it or not? Like, here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity. And they took advantage of it in the 10th inning for sure. But I thought Bob Melvin managed that game awful. And luckily the Padres took advantage late in in the ninth there. Duvall was off, and you have to give a lot of credit to, I feel like, and this was talked about in the postgame from Mud, and he's absolutely right. You know, Manny doesn't get that big clutch hit without the 2 at-bats from Tatis and Arraez. And Tatis and Arraez, you know, especially Tatis, he's swinging at everything, and he draws a walk. Luis Arraez, he swings at everything. He draws a walk. And then Manny comes through. It just felt inevitable. I don't know. I'm watching that inning, and I'm like, there is no way Manny's not going to come through here, just from the way that Camilo Duvall is throwing, just the way how this game has played out. And he did. And you know, we're also not here right now without Jake Cronenworth. I think Jake Cronenworth needs to be talked about as well. You know, getting that big clutch hit there in the 10th inning. But yeah, overall tonight, pitching, clutch hitting late in the game, and that drove the win. And so far, you know, I don't want to say you've stolen 2 games here in San Francisco, but
at least one.
At least one for sure tonight. You stole the game tonight. 100% you stole tonight's game. Yesterday's game, I'm not gonna say you stole it, just both, like one team had to win type of thing. But hey, a win's a win, and it doesn't matter if it's 1-0 or 10-9. Get the win. That's all that matters, and that's what they did absolutely tonight.
I mean, you win a game with Jason Adam and Robert Suarez down.
Yeah.
Trailing 2-0 in the ninth inning against a closer with a 1 ERA, who fell behind 3 consecutive batters 3-0. And again, if not for, I thought the Adames play was a good one on Lockridge. It was not a bad throw, and Schmidt could not dig it out. He hasn't been active a lot this year. I think he was maybe activated just a couple of days ago because he's been dealing with injuries. It wasn't an easy play, but again, if he makes that play, I don't think the Padres win the game. And then to your point, Tatis and Arraez, you're right. They're not really there necessarily to walk. Like, you're not thinking about them getting on base via the walk. Maybe a little bit with Tatis as a leadoff hitter, but Arraez was criticized last year as a leadoff hitter for not walking as much. But they got ahead 3-0. They reached. And then Manny Machado, he didn't look good on that first slider, but he's not going to miss twice. I mean, he was locked in tonight. 4 hits is an impressive night. I mean, Manny Machado has killed the Giants in recent seasons. He did it again here today, and you can't be more clutch than he was in that spot. In this game, Ryan Bergert, by the way, pitched well. He gave them 5 innings. Then Sean Reynolds, 3 hitless innings in relief. Like, in order to win a game like that, you can't afford to like leak with your bullpen. You give up another run, you lose, right? If 2-0 turns into 3-0, it's just there's no margin when you're playing at Oracle. When games are going to be won or lost by 1 run. Padres have been incredible, Jim, in 1-run games. They're 21-10. They have the most wins in baseball in 1-run games. So they're set up to win with their bullpen. And that was a huge reason why. Not the only reason why. They needed Machado, they needed Cronenworth. But man, their bullpen has been, I mean, by and large, very good. There was the 2-week stretch they were awful, but by and large, their bullpen has been really, really good. And Matsui today, 4 pitches for 3 outs. Estrada there with the runner at second. That's not easy.
No.
And they bunt the runner over, by the way, down by 1 at home to try to extend the game, and they can't get the tying run in. That is a demoralizing loss for the Giants. Back-to-back nights, demoralizing losses for the Giants, and really impressive wins, considering all factors for the Padres.
Now, they haven't played the D-backs this year, right?
They have not.
Okay, so in the NL West this year, the Padres have lost 1 game.
Yeah, what are they, 9-1, Jim?
They're 9-1. They're 4-0 against the Giants. They're 5-1 against the Rockies. That's how you do it. Like, that's what you want. They've been really just kind of average, mediocre versus division opponents for the better part of, a decade, it feels like. And right now, beating up on division opponents is just exactly what you want, exactly what you ask for. So going, right now 4-0 against the Giants, you love to see that if you're a Padres fan, and they're just finding ways to win here. It's crazy because they're 8-3 in their last 11 games.
Yep.
And if you've watched every single one of these last 11 games, it's like, how are they 8-3 in their last 11? Their offense still struggling. They came up with clutch hits tonight for sure, but it's not like, they're putting up 6-7 spots, every other game. They're still struggling to score runs. And when's the last time this team had like a 3-run homer? It's been a while. So, if they can navigate through this stretch of slumping, which there's a lot of players on the team slumping right now, while also picking up W's, that you could not. That's exactly what you want to see. If you're going to struggle, just win the game. Just find a way to get a win. Grit squad, as Shildt. I didn't listen to Shildt postgame. I know. I'm sorry. I was talking with Aaron. How many grit squads did he drop tonight?
I don't even know if he did. He said winners find solutions. He was super complimentary of the bullpen, and then he was super complimentary of like guys like Tatis and Bogarts because they do so many other things to win a game. Like they're running. Tatis scoring from second. I mean, how could you not in the 9th inning there? Bogarts defensively, I thought Bogarts did make a good play there in the 10th inning. Again, you have to make that play,
right?
But it was a good play. I don't know if it was a great play, but it was a good play. So no, it was the typical what you'd expect. This team just finds ways. They believe in each other. He's right, by the way. We'll get to these supers in a second, and subscribe if you're here. We appreciate your support of the channel. I mean, whatever we think of Shildt, and it's great. I mean, it's been amazing fodder for our channel and for John and Jim for 2 years. It's been amazing. I mean, we've literally talked about it ad nauseum for 2 years, but like he backs it up. Like it would be an embarrassment if Mike Shildt talked the way he did about his team and the Padres were 24-35.
Right.
But when they're the opposite of that, I think I have it right, maybe 35-24. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like whatever he's saying behind the scenes is working. What he's saying publicly to the media is working. His formula with St. Louis worked. It's working in San Diego. The only thing he hasn't done, like some of these stars like a Manny Machado or Fernando Tatis Jr., he's got to win in the postseason. He's got to get to a World Series as a manager, really to legitimize himself as a legitimate first-class, top flight major league manager. That's the separator for me, and that'll come hopefully down the road. But in the regular season, this guy has proved his worth. He really has.
100%. He is a proven winner in the regular season. There's no doubt about it. And whatever he does works, for how cringy he is when you hear him talk to the media. Like I've said before, be as cringy as you want, bro. As long as you win, it's all that matters, and it's all that people care about. But the team tonight, it was the relay play there early in that game.
Yeah, it was a big play.
textbook relay, and I thought it was actually closer than I thought on replay. I didn't realize it was that
bang
close.
bang. I also don't think the runner should have been sent. I mean, I don't even know if he had touched third when the throw was coming in from left, and Berger was a little bit on the ropes there.
But if you're looking at it from the Giants' perspective, probably
they can't score. Yeah,
they need to try something because that team is just god awful offensively.
They're so bad on offense.
So it's just like, hey, we got an opportunity, force them to make. I've always said this: when you're aggressive, you have to force the other team to be perfect, and the Padres were perfect there. Like it was a close play.
True,
it was a close play. I understand it's Wilmer Flores, right?
It was Wilmer Flores, but it's also, I mean, Manny Machado's relay is going to be good 99% of the time. His arm is so good.
His arm is very good. And when he's accurate, it's just perfect. So I get it. But he also wasn't out by 5 feet.
No, I get it. No, you're right. I think if you're the Giants and you're scuffling and you can't score, you're right.
But it was a perfect relay play. Giants put the pressure on by sending the runner there.
Yeah.
And Padres executed it beautifully to get the runner out by, a hand at the plate.
Yeah, bang, bang.
And so that was, I think that was a huge play in the game. I think Sean Reynolds throwing 3 scoreless innings was huge. I also think, I'm sure Shildt probably talked about it because he loves to talk about, like, Yuki Matsui, a 4-pitch 9th inning was huge because, you have momentum, and momentum is a thing. Even though it's baseball, it's a thing. And the Padres had momentum there. So a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the 9th, just, and we saw it happen in the 10th. So it's like, that was a huge part of the game as well. And then, Cronenworth getting that big hit there in the 10th to give them the lead. It was much better. The game that was played tonight by the Padres was much better than last night. Like, it was a much better played game.
It was more impressive to me the way they won. I mean, they put pressure on in the 7th inning, couldn't score after Melvin yanked his starter way too early at 92 pitches. That itself didn't cost them, though, because you go to your closer in the 9th with a 2-run lead, and the guy's got a 1 ERA. So they overcame that. They put themselves in the position. And the Padres, I mean, credit the Padres for the way that they won this game. And hopefully this continues to snowball a little bit with what's coming here. Still Milwaukee, they've been good. The Dodgers with the 7 games, I know they're tied with the Mets right now in extra innings. I mean, none of this is easy, but I mean, it's been a good start, obviously. And like you said, 8-3 in their last 11 games overall. All right, we're going to get to these super chats. Over 400 of you are here live right now. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done that.
Like button.
Yes, and smash that like button for us as well. And thank you for the super chats. If you want to comment or support our work and see your comment on screen, like the Beef, who says, apologies to Jim last night.
What'd I say?
I don't even remember the what issue. Say? I don't remember the Beef. It came off harsher than my intent. I was just joking. What a win. These are the games that really make a difference late in the year. Hunting for a sweep. Now, this game this series will continue Wednesday and Thursday, so they need to win the next 2 for a sweep. It's a fair point. They've taken the first 2. They have Nick Pivetta on Wednesday. But the Beef would like to apologize to you, Jim, for yesterday.
I accept your apology. I don't know what you're apologizing for, but
I don't either.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate you, the Beef.
But appreciate you. Yeah. These are big wins. They feel bigger when you steal a game like this, like when you steal a game, it feels bigger than just a win. Like
I agree.
And that's exactly what happened tonight. They stole this game. And they've taken the first 2 in San Francisco, looking for the series win tomorrow. And that would then be 4 series wins in a row if they win one of the next 2.
Oh, by the way, he says, not Jim from the show, Jim in the comments. Maybe he's apologizing to someone that was interacting in the chat.
Oh,
okay.
There's a Jim in the comments?
Jim in the comments. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, the Beef, though, for getting us started. And thank you, SDSU Man 1, for this super chat as well. He says, epic in late innings. It's like the Pods players are thinking they're leading us 2-0 going into the 9th, so we got them right where we want them. LOL, that's the mark of a good team, man. If you're not out of games and you think you can win and come from behind fashion late, which is something they've done here the last couple of times, I'm telling you, it's not 2024, but there are some things in there that remind me of 2024. Yeah. Like, all teams are different. And I thought last year's offense was much better by and large than what we're seeing here, at least over the last 3 weeks. But there are some things that they did in 2024 that have absolutely carried over to 2025. And that's where I give Mike Shildt credit and the team and the players. But the fact that 2025 reminds me a little bit of 2024, at least late in 2024. I mean, from 43-19, Jim, to finish the year to 35-24 to start this year, it's like that is an amazing 100 games, 110 games that they put together over the last 8 months of baseball.
And they're banged up right now. Michael King's out. Yu Darvish has been out all year. They have just these giant holes in their lineup. They're having Elias Diaz as their like right-handed hitter off the bench late in games. Yep. And they're finding ways to win. And if they can weather this storm and they can get King back, and who knows with Darvish, and then hopefully Tatis gets hot again and starts playing better at the plate, then this team could be cooking again like they were at the start of the season.
Right.
That 14-3 start, I don't think it was like a fluke. I think they could play similarly to that way at some point this year again. But, it also just says like how important it is to get off to a hot. If you get off to a hot start, then you have opportunities to, weather storms and not, it doesn't feel like every game you need to win every game, because you've created a nice little cushion for you with your start that you had. So yeah, they've been a consistent, team. Either like when they're struggling, they struggle. When they're good, they're good. And right now it's like they're 8-3 and they're not 11, somehow getting it done with barely any offense, and wins a win. It's all that matters.
Yeah, this is the ultimate smoke and mirrors stuff. And the offense is going to be better. I mean, this isn't who they are. They're not the San Francisco Giants. They have a legitimate lineup that will produce again. I get it. Guys are going through it. Bogarts has an RBI, one RBI in his last 17 games. He has ONE, extra base hit, in his last 17 games. Fernando Tatis Jr. can't hit the side of a barn right now, yet they're winning. Luis Ariz has not exactly torn the cover off the ball either, yet they are winning. Okay, let's get a realist in here. Carlos, our buddy, longtime supporter of the channel. Thank you, Carlos, for your support, man. Good to have you in here tonight. I said, tired of this slugless team. X never gives it to us. Machado saved the day. I like that from X. Yuki didn't break my heart as he always does. Ariz is no Tony Gwynn. I mean, these are kind of fair criticisms. Obviously, X is X. Machado was terrific. Yuki was terrific. And no, I mean, you shouldn't compare Luis Ariz to Tony Gwynn. I think that's probably an unfair comparison, even though Luis Ariz has hit the way he's hit in his career.
Yeah. This team is not going to be a top 10 team in baseball and home runs hit this year. They don't even be close to that. So that's just something you're going to have to live with. I mean, they're going to have to find other ways to win, and they can do that. They don't rely on the home run ball, which I think is a good thing, because if you relied on that, you can, you're susceptible to go through some big slumps here if you are just relying heavily on the home run ball. And this team does not. They find other ways to get the job done, which they showed tonight. Xander, it is what it is. Yeah, you're right. Machado absolutely saved the day today. Huge game, 4 for 4. And if you look at his numbers, late in games, he's only hitting 216 in close games this year. Or sorry, 214 in close games this year. But the one thing that he has done late in close games, John, he's got 4 home runs and 7 RBIs.
Yeah,
with a 1,017 OPS in late/close game situations. So while his average is not good in late or in close game situations, when he does get a hit, it's usually a big one.
I mean, I'm just thinking about some recent ones. Pittsburgh down a run late, they won that game. When you were in Hawaii, the Marlins 3-2 in the 8th, he ties the game with the solo home run. In Atlanta, he had a huge hit in that series on Friday. He said, "Thank God we won the game." They lost 6 straight. Yep. That was the thank God I did it game.
That was I left for Hawaii. They're going to start playing better baseball game. Yeah.
And then there's today. I mean, think about that. In the last month, this guy has been unbelievable. You're right. It's not about sheer batting average. He's just been clutch. I mean, he's come through in some big spots where if he's not on the team, or if he doesn't come through, or if he's hurt, You turn 4 wins into 4 losses, and this thing wouldn't look very good. I mean, that would be really, really, really concerning. And thankfully, that's not the case because Manny has kind of carried this team here over the last few weeks and not just kept them afloat. Right now, they're better than afloat. They're 11 games over 500, which is where they were when they were 14-3.
What's the saying? I forget. Hold on, let me think. I got it. Hold on. I think it goes like this: as Manny goes, the team goes. Right?
You have to look that up. I haven't heard that.
I think I heard it somewhere. Yeah. Just listen to this. So, in his last now 11 games, where they're 8-3. All right. Since I said, man, Manny's going through it. And by the way, he was. All right. I wasn't saying anything that wasn't like factual. He was going through it. Immediately he said, fuck you, Jim. And since that tweet in Atlanta, he's hit 385 with 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, and like 3 huge clutch hits in the last 11 games for this team that have all resulted in wins. So once again, it's the saying it's as Manny goes, the team goes, and it's pretty close to 100% hit rate accuracy as anything you'll see in baseball.
It's amazing, man.
It's incredible how when he's hitting and he's coming through, the team will win more than not. And when he's not and he's struggling, you see 6-game losing streaks.
Yeah. If there was a John and Jim like pull the string doll, there's only 2 things you need to say about Manny, and it describes everything. Heavy is the head that wears the crown when things are going poorly, and as Manny goes, the team goes when things are going well, essentially, or 100%. Poorly. 100%. I mean, it's so easy to summarize. By the way, you want to hear a like what the F stat from OptaStats? I just quote tweeted it.
Sure.
The Padres are the first MLB team to win back-to-back road games despite being shut out through 8 innings in both games since the Diamondbacks did it in their 2001 World Series winning season, May of 2001. They're the first major league team to win back-to-back road games despite being shut out through 8 innings in both games. I mean, that's some Shilty shit is what it is. The last 2 years, like winning those games, those are the games they're losing with like Bob Melvin or Andy Green or Jace Tingler or whomever, but they're winning those. They're getting shut out in back-to-back games through 8 innings. And yeah, right.
Finding ways to win. I wouldn't say that last night they stole the game, but
no, but they could have easily lost that game.
Oh, they should have lost that game. I think I saw somewhere that if you're just looking at like the like hard hit rates and everything, like the Giants got snake bit last night. Yeah. They hit some balls extremely hard that just went right at people.
And Padres hit no balls hard last night. They said 3 balls, 95 miles per hour. It was like their fewest in forever.
Yeah. So if you're just looking at by those metrics, they probably should have lost last night. But they didn't. And then tonight just completely robbed the Giants tonight of a win, which you love to see if you're a Padres fan, because you need to have these types of games in a season. You can't just go an entire year without stealing some victories. You know, you need to have some nights where you're in the 9th, you're down by a run or 2, and it's like, this game's over, and they end up winning. You need to have those if you want to be a good baseball team.
I'm telling you, man, that's some Shilty shit. No Mama, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe if you're here. Smash the like button for us, and thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. There's a lot to get to. And we do need to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, who we've been texting with throughout the course of the game. No Mama says, why haven't they put in Matt Waldron yet? So Waldron finished a rehab. He's been optioned to AAA. He would have been on short rest tonight. Ryan Bergert was not. He was on full rest, and he pitched well. Obviously, we can get into that. Their starting pitching has been good enough, Jim, in this King Darvish question mark era that they're in. They got good pitching from Kolek. They got good pitching from Bergert. They still have Pivetta and Cease. Who am I missing in there as well? Vasquez has been up and down. Yeah. But it's like they've kind of overcome this. I mean, I don't think – I think maybe it's just a question like, where's Matt Waldron? We'll probably see him at some point because they're thin. But, Kolek and Bergert, job well done the last 2 days.
Absolutely. The others in the rotation have, for the most part, pitched pretty well. Like today, Ryan Bergert gave up that 2-run homer, but he pitched pretty well. His stuff was good. Last night, Stephen Kolek, he was fantastic.
Yep.
Randy Vasquez somehow has pitched good this year. All of his metrics say that he should suck, but they don't. But he doesn't. He's actually been pretty good. So yeah, they have found ways to get it done. It's not something that you want to deal with for an entire year,
right?
But in the time and the here and now, they're giving you. I mean, these others are giving you exactly what you need.
Yeah. Again, October, no path. In my opinion, like you're not starting Ryan Berger and Stephen Kolek and feeling great. Right. But May, June to get to October, and if they give you the innings necessary, and then all of a sudden, boom, Michael King is good to go for the second half of the year. They're going to need him.
Yep.
Yu Darvish maybe is good to go in the second half of the year. I mean, these guys are getting you where you need to go, and then hopefully Michael King is the guy to get you over the top, or Yu Darvish is the guy to get you over the top. Carlos, thanks again for the super. He says Xander is a $25 million bust. You spelled 280 wrong. Ground balls to shortstop always. Catch me next week booing him every single at bat again. Don't even ask for home runs from him. Doubles, shake my head. We did it today, Jim. What did we say? He's on pace to hit 242 with 7 home runs and 50 RBIs, roughly. That's roughly what he's pacing for. I mean, obviously it would be a complete and utter disaster if that played out. They've overcome it, is what I would say. I mean, kind of like they've overcome not having King and Darvish. They've overcome Xander Bogaerts being completely inept. By and large, he had some moments early in the year. He did. But by and large, they've overcome his ineptitude over the first 60 games of the year.
Yeah, whatever you get from Xander, you just hope that, you get more good than bad. And you're never going to see an all-star player in Xander Bogaerts again. The money will always be an issue. It will go down as the worst contract in the history of the Padres. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And you just hope that he doesn't cost you as much as you just hope he doesn't cost you games, right? And there will be times that he will have big hits, but it will be very rare. And there will be times that he will run into a couple home runs, but it will be very rare. And there might be games where he has 3 RBIs, but it'll be very rare. And you hope that when those nights do happen, that they result in wins, because to waste those Xander performances, if he does have good nights, it's, that's just tough because you're not going to get much else from Xander for the long haul.
There's a lot to react to, and we will over the next 30 plus minutes, but we do want to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz. We've been texting with him all night long. He is a diehard. I mean, he is a diehard Padres fan, a longtime supporter of this channel, native San Diegan, and a great insurance agent. If you need any insurance assistance in any capacity, Mark is your guy. Whether you need an auto policy, home, life, earthquake, homeowners, whatever it is. I've got earthquake, life, and homeowners, 3 policies through Mark, and you can as well. And then if you ever need him, he's going to be there for you. I needed him a couple of years ago. He took care of us when we had a flood in our place and saved us so much time, so much money. So Mark Nimitz is a terrific insurance agent. What separates him is really his service and communication. When you need him, he's going to be there for you. He's going to save you time and money automatically. So whether it's auto, home, renters, life, earthquake, condo, renters insurance, whatever it is, click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online. If you support this channel, please support our one and only all-time title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
All his information is on that ticker below there, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. 520 of you are here with us live. Please subscribe. Smash the like button. We get to 500 likes, because there's 500 of you here live. So smash that like button, and thank you guys for the super chats. We'll get your comment on screen. We appreciate your support. You can control the direction of the conversation. Click the $ below the chat box like every so often that says, this is for you, Jim. Can you tweet Toddy and Merrill are going through it? Someone else followed up and said, Tatis has gone in a complete nosedive since John bought that card, which is kind of true. And Merrill went in the nosedive after I bought his card, which is true. But I did buy Machado's rookie card from Baltimore, and he's hit like 400 since I bought that card.
Manny's the only player on this team that I could do this with. Like, he's the only player it works for.
Right.
Trust me. I've tweeted out some harsh words about Xander before. I've tweeted out some things about Tatis before. Okay. Merrill, I haven't, because really there's been nothing bad to say about Merrill. Like, I know he's been going through it, but I think Merrill has the capability to get out of it, and he had a good game tonight. And look at his box. Look at his game tonight. He played a good game.
Yep.
But like Manny's the only guy when he's struggling. It's like clockwork, dude. The second I say something about Manny Machado, like, dude, he's going through it. He needs to step it up. He's really sucked the last week. He hasn't done anything this year. Boom, right away, Manny Machado comes through and he goes hot. Like,
I swear,
every time.
I swear they print out your tweets and put it like in his. They don't just put it in his freaking locker. They put it like in his batting helmet. They put it in mid game.
I know, dude. It's like flashing on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
It's like, look what Jim said about you, and then boom, right away.
Suck, dude.
Clutch moment. Freaking 4 for 4. Again, now I haven't criticized Manny since, the Atlanta game before I left, but right after I said, I didn't really criticize him. I was just saying, I was like, Manny's going through it. Yikes. And because he, up until the point that I tweeted that, he was not playing well. I mean, look at it. It was bad. All right. Just factual stuff, guys. I know everyone.
He was 0 for 15. There was no for 15 in there.
Yeah.
But man, his overall numbers, like his body of work right now this year.
Yeah.
And again, it's not that he's got the 16 home runs or, the 50 RBI, something crazy like that. It's not gaudy like that, but his overall body of work, he's been so damn consistent in terms of batting average so far this year. Carlos, appreciate you, man. He says, you know what? I'm going to say it. Darvish has been a semi-bust too, always out for 3/4 of the season. Don't get me started with No Joe. Mid. I mean, the injury stuff is hard. It's not like position players with pitchers. It's like oftentimes we're critical of pitchers because they're hurt. It's like that's not really fair. I mean, you and I have both kind of jabbed a little bit on Darvish and be like, man, you're gonna need him. Like we want to see him. But he's also 39. He's 39. He's not healthy. I think if all things were equal, he'd love to be out there and healthy. But it's hard to go all in on like a Darvish when you're not healthy or a Joe Musgrove when you're not healthy. It's not like a Xander Bogaerts, so you play every day and you can't hit. If these guys were pitching and had 8 ERAs, I think it's a different conversation. But they're not pitching. So it's hard to be like overly critical.
Well, I mean, your best ability is your availability.
It is. It's a part of it. I agree with that.
So, I mean, how many times have we criticized players for being injured with big contracts before?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you stay on the field? Can you go perform? I mean, it happens in all sports. Like, guy gets signed a big contract and they get injured and they're never out there and it turns into a waste. And everybody loves Yu Darvish. I love Yu Darvish. Yep. I think he's just a gem of a human being. And he's had some big moments.
Career.
He's had some big moments in a Padres uniform, but he's not been on the field as much as you need him to be and want him to be after the contract he signed. And same thing with Joe. We all love Joe. Joe is a San Diego kid. He basically is a legend because of the no-hitter he threw, right? Like everyone's going to remember Joe Musgrove forever. But again, he's been hurt a lot. And these two guys signed $100 million contracts and they are not out there. So, I mean, I think it's more than fair to be like, yeah, those contracts aren't good. Love the player, but they're not good contracts.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I agree with that. HBBBV, thank you for the super chat. He says AJ needs to make moves before Dodgers game. Oh, the Dodgers game's coming up. Muncy is
Monday, yeah.
I mean, it's always a possibility with AJ Preller. We didn't expect a rise. We didn't expect Cease from a timing perspective. We certainly didn't expect Cease timing wise. We didn't expect a rise timing wise. So you never say never. I don't think it's a crazy concept that they make a move at some point sooner rather than later, but it's far from a guarantee. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was after the All-Star break and it was 2 days before the trade deadline that they did a majority of their work. But I would never say never in terms of upgrading this roster, specifically in left field, but I'm not holding my breath. It's coming like in the immediate. Although you never know with AJ Preller, but I'm not holding my breath.
We've seen enough. They need a new left fielder, and potentially a better catcher and another starting pitcher, right? Like those are the 3 needs for this team. So why wait? Nothing's changing. Left field's not changing. It's awful. Catching, not changing. It's awful. They need another starting pitcher just because you can never have too many starting pitchers. So it doesn't matter if they are in the midst of a 10-game winning streak or a 10-game losing streak.
True.
The needs are still the needs, and you need to go out and make a move. And knowing AJ Preller, like, he knows this. He's been, reports. He's been looking at guys since the start of the season, right? He's not going to wait till the trade deadline to start looking for guys to acquire. But it also is difficult at this stage of the year to go out and get an impact player if you're looking to get an impact player, because
very difficult.
Those teams that have that potential impact player that they want to trade are going to, smart ones at least, are going to keep that player into the deadline to get the most from them, to get the most back for that player.
Yeah. And to determine whether they're truly sellers or not. I mean, a team like, let's use Boston as the perfect example. Actually, and I missed the super, so I apologize. So this is a good jumping off point from Carlos earlier. And thank you. He says, need a Jaron Duran, Luis Roberts Jr. Now, it's a good jumping off point because, Boston's 4 games under 500, but come July 31st, they could be 4 games over 500. So their needs and desires and motivations can change based on what's going on in the American League. Now, the White Sox are the White Sox, so they're going to be sellers. But we don't know what Boston's true intentions are with their season, how they see themselves. I think they want the data. We always talk about like the data points. Do you want to know where you are at 100 games, or do you want to know where you are at 60 games? So a lot of these teams are going to wait and wait and wait to see who they truly are. We're going to hear a lot of names, Jim, between now, June 3rd, and July 31st, or whenever the deadline is this year. Duran's one of them. Luis Robert Jr. is another one of them. There's going to be more. Taylor Ward, Cedric Mullins, Ryan O'Hearn. There'll be more. Andrew McCutchen, whomever else. There'll be 20 that we discuss. I just rattled off 6 or 7 right there. But I'm with you. I think a lot of teams will wait to maximize return and also to find out if they're truly a buyer or a seller at the end of July.
Because if you want to get a player now, you're probably going to have to pay more for that player than you would have if you try to get him at the deadline.
Correct.
And oh, by the way, little secret here. I don't know if you know this, John. The Padres aren't the only team that is looking to acquire outfield players.
Or starting pitching.
Or anything else. Like, they're not the only team, So I know that Jaron Duran's the hot name right now out there. Also, Luis Robert Jr., the hot name out there because is being reported that the Padres are interested. Well, the Padres are interested on virtually everybody.
Yep.
And I'm sure that AJ Preller would love Jaron Duran. I would love Jaron Duran here. But like you said, do the Red Sox want to just like do that now, or do they want to wait to get the best possible deal for Jaron Duran? Or maybe at the deadline, they're actually like, hot and he's hot and they said they want to keep him and go for it. Because Jaron Duran's under contract for another like 4 years.
Yeah, this year and 3 more.
Yeah, this year and 3 more. Luis Robert Jr. is a different story. White Sox suck. They're not doing anything. If you're the White Sox, I'm probably, unless I get something that just blows me away right now that they want for Luis Robert Jr., I'm probably keeping him until the deadline and trying to trade him then.
Yeah, I mean, what's the rush? I mean, unless you are completely overwhelmed, that's the stupidity of the Arise deal from the Marlins.
Well, the Marlins are stupid.
Why did you have to move? And again, it worked out for the Padres. Great. And they had this amazing season last year. So awesome. But from the Marlins perspective, what's the rush? What was the rush to move Luis Arise when you got like a very mid-return for the player? Okay, let's get back to some of these super chats, guys. If you are here, 550 of you are here right now live. Please subscribe. We have year-round content for you in season and out of season. Smash the like button for us, whether you're here live or on replay. We need 500 likes in this video. And thank you for the super chats. Click the $sign below the chat box. Like Iron Swan, who says, John, buy an Ohtani and Freeman card. Freeman came through, I want to say, in the 10th inning. I won't be caught dead, obviously. I was like the biggest Ohtani hater ever. And I look like a moron. And I'm not buying a Freddie Freeman card either. And then Coastal Card Collector, who's been a supporter of John and Jim and the wrap-up show and has helped me with my early days of card collecting, said, John, do not do it. So you don't do the reverse curse, mojo, crazy. No, I'm not buying Ohtani cards. If I pulled something like one of one Ohtani card, now I would sell it. I'm all for like making $100,000 off like an Ohtani card and selling it. But I'm not going to possess a Shohei Ohtani card in the hopes that I'm going to make him go into the tank and hit 100 for like a month. He'd probably hit 800 if I freaking had his card.
Why do you hate baseball?
Why? Because Ohtani's like a legend of the game or something?
He's not a legend of the game. But
what are you saying? I should buy an Ohtani card?
I'm just saying if you pulled an Ohtani card, like a 1/1 auto.
I don't want that. I'd rather have the money.
That's true.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. What does it mean to me man, I got this $200,000 card. I'm just going to hold on to it, but I don't even want it.
200,000. Here's the thing. And let's run through it real quick. All right. Say in some random world, you bought some $3 pack off of WhatsApp or whatever it's called.
What is that called? I'm on that thing all the time. Coastal Card Collector. It's a problem. Whatnot
app. Yeah. And say you bought what was the year Ohtani was a rookie? The 2016.
Who cares? But yeah, maybe. No, I was already. It was 20. It was at least 2017, Jim. I think his first year in the big leagues was 2018.
Okay, well, just whenever he was a rookie. Say you pull a 1/1 Ohtani rookie auto card. Okay.
So what's that worth? Let's just say.
Just say right now at this point in time, say 220.
Oh, 200. Okay, wow.
I'm just throwing out a number. Probably way too much. I'm just throwing out a
let's just say 100. Let's throw out a round number. 100K.
100K. All right. Graded PSA 10.
Beautiful.
All right. So you grade it PSA 10, 1/1 Ohtani auto rookie card. All right.
Yeah.
I would murder you if you sold it right now.
You say wait it out because it's only going up in value.
100%. Because when he makes the Hall of Fame,
that you want me to hold on to it for 13 years?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Let me ask you this. Would you rather have serious question, everyone in the chat, serious question. Let's use your round number. Would you rather have 200K now or
$802 million in 15 years?
I think a lot of people are going to take the freaking check now, truthfully.
Do not follow Jim's financial advice. I'm just telling you, man. That card would only
go up.
Go up in value.
No, I buy that.
It's not like Ohtani's the value of Ohtani cards are going to go down. I mean, it's only going to go up.
Is it a curse to hold on to a 1/1 Ohtani card for the next 13 years?
If he wins 2 more MVPs and 3 more World Series, and then
the Padres don't win anything, would I be responsible for him winning 2 more MVPs, 3 World Series titles, and the Padres not winning anything?
Yes, you would 100% be responsible for this, but you'd also be filthy rich.
True.
So who would care, right?
Yeah, it's fair. But 200K right now sounds good, truth. But 2 million later sounds good too.
I would wait it out for. I mean, this stuff's going to be selling like crazy, and you know what? I know you would sell it now for $100 grand, and then in 15 years, I would text you, "Oh, hey, dude, your Ohtani card that you had won an auction for $4.2 million."
Right, I'd be so pissed.
Exactly.
I'm such an idiot. Dario, thank you. This is Carlos, actually. He says, no, Joe, when we needed him the most, he decided to get hurt again. He didn't decide to get hurt.
He didn't decide this, Dario.
And you know what? Carlos. I'll say it. Jake Cronenworth can hit the curb as well. Dude, Jake Cronenworth had the game-winning hit.
The game-winning RBI tonight.
He's got an 800 OPS this year.
He's the best on-base percentage of anybody in the Padres lineup.
Yeah, no, Jake's been solid. He's had an up and down time in his Padres career. There's no doubt about it.
Dude, as your seven hitter, that's exactly what you want from your seven hitter.
He's been solid this year. He's been solid. And that was a huge spot, guys. 2 outs. That's not the move him over, get him in, sack fly or ground ball. I mean, to come through, broke his bat, sawed him off, and he's able to punch that through into right field. That was good or bad. So tonight's not the night for me to be critical of Jake.
Jake has a 373 on base percentage. He has a 799 OPS, and he's hitting 7th in your lineup.
Yeah, that's good.
That's exactly what you want. He's not hitting 3rd. He's not hitting 4th. He's hitting 7th. I mean, I would I would do so. You know how much Xander would die to have those stats. Xander would die to have a 799 OPS and a 373 on base.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you kidding?
Yeah, instead Xander's got a 660 OPS. He's hitting, and they're both hitting 241, by the way. But
yeah, but that's where the batting average part of it isn't the story. Like if Xander had 16
yep.
home runs, I don't care if he's hitting 241.
100%. 100%. Jake's got 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, but
yeah,
he only has
injured
100.
also.
He was injured. He only has 108 at bats.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But this was a big RBI. I mean, this is a clutch hit tonight. He followed up by saying, by the way, what's up with Petco putting kids to sing the national anthem?
Oh, geez.
It's unbearable to the ear. It's kind of funny. At least put a kid's choir. LMAO. Man, you're on one tonight.
Dude.
I have no clue, dude. You are on one tonight.
Yeah. I don't know.
No idea. HBBBV, thank you for the super. It says King's sister posted she's having a concert at Gallagher Square.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't follow Michael King's sister on Instagram, but
we probably should. We probably should.
I'm not a creeper like that.
Let me get back to these supers in a moment. Do want to remind you guys about our friends over at SeatGeek. They've got a special offer for you going on right now. You know what that offer is? $20 off your order of $50 or more. Your first order of $50 or more with promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Use code PADSWRAP. You're going to get $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more with that promo code. All you have to do is click the link in the description down below. You're going to download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. But look at this. I mean, the Dodgers will be here Monday at Petco Park. You can get in, use the promo code, get $20 off. Maybe you want to sit by the dugout, Jim. Get $20 off these $664 tickets.
Perfect.
So, and that's with fees. So double that up. That's what? That's $1,328. $1,328 with fees. Take $20 off for those $664 tickets. Maybe you're looking for something more affordable. We joke, shoot, you can get into Gallagher Square for $60.
There you go.
And you take $20 off. 2 tickets with fees, $120 minus $20. That's $100 to get inside Petco Park. And of course, you can get in for less, and you can sit upstairs, and you can do it for about $100 a ticket against the Dodgers. But take advantage. Really good offer. $20 off your first order of $20 or more. And we do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek.
Yeah, and SeatGeek's MLB's official ticket marketplace. So your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after the purchase. SeatGeek, they always have your back. Each ticket, it's rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know that you're getting a good deal. So when you're looking for tickets, look for the green dot. Green means good. Red means bad. And like John said, use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP on those $1,300 tickets to get $20 off using our promo code.
You think that'll be a popular series? You think those tickets are they available? Or I feel like they'll probably be at least they'll probably be like 30,000 at least for those games. 25 to 30. They have giveaways. If they have like a hat giveaway, maybe they'll sell them out.
Yeah, they probably put a giveaway to make it so they have
sell tickets,
a chance to sell out.
Yeah, at least an opera. Maybe if the weather's perfect.
Yeah,
maybe you have a chance to sell those games out.
There's already, I mean, seriously though, there's already been how many games this year where they've like broke the record for attendance?
Like 1 million.
They will break the attendance record next week against the Dodgers.
Dude, these games are going to be insane.
You're going to see you're going to see close to like a 48,000 fan night.
There's a very high likelihood the series begins with the two teams separated by 2 games or less.
Yeah,
because that would be 1 game of change over the next like 5 days. So there's a very high, I mean, the Padres could be in first place in 5 days, or they could be a game out or tied or 2 games out. I mean, they're going to be right there, presumably.
And standings at this point in the season.
I know, but still, fans
yeah, I get it. I get it. You can label it, the battle for first place in June.
I think a lot of people just say the last time we saw these 2 teams, what happened? And it was the 2024 postseason. So it's just like picking up like a saga. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
is how I look at it. All right, let's get to the Slick Rick 0074, even though it's just 1-0. He says, currently in San Francisco, go Padres. Man, again, I'm just watching these games play out at Oracle, and like these Giants fans, like they're going through it. I bet like this Giant team is going through it. They can't score. I can't imagine being in the ballpark the last 2 nights and rooting for the Giants because it must be a miserable experience. Now, if you're a Padres fan, the last couple of days, it's been nice to get these 2 wins. Obviously,
the thing about
right,
the thing about the Giants, the thing about the Giants and the Padres for both teams, when either one of those teams suck, at least they both have great ballparks.
True.
So it's
And
like,
they're both going to draw the other team's fan base because we're
yeah,
in the state of California.
yeah. So I mean, you go to Oracle. It's called Oracle, I think, still, or no?
Is it? I don't even know. I call it Oracle.
Oracle or yeah, whatever. Oracle. I think Oracle
It
Park.
has to be Oracle, right?
I think so.
It's Oracle. Yeah.
It's Oracle. Okay. Yeah, place is awesome. You know, you go to Petco, place is awesome.
Yeah,
so, you know, teams can suck, but the place is great. Now it makes it much better if the teams are good. But yeah, the Giants are just their good start to the year. You know, I was talking about like fool's gold with the Padres. Like, I don't think it was fool's gold with the Padres. It's fool's gold with the Giants. They suck.
If they finish over 500, I'd be surprised unless they make some wholesale changes at the deadline. But they do not. They look like they're heading in one direction right now, and it's towards the bottom of the division. I don't think they're the Rockies.
Not the Rockies.
I think they're going to win more than 10 games this year.
Fourth place, not
right.
Yeah, fourth place, not the bottom. Yeah, not fifth.
Not possible. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not even close to possible. Coastal Card Collector, thank you, man, for the super. It says, FYI, biggest sale for an Ohtani card is $1.07 million. Yeah, I would take that.
Yeah, but would you take
$2.14 million?
Would you take $5 million?
Yeah, because you're saying with time it's only going to go up. It's like these Michael Jordan cards or whatever.
Yeah, there's no way any Ohtani like good cards are going down in value. They're only going to go up. And especially when he makes the Hall of Fame, it's only going to go up. And that's when you strike. Not right now.
That's when you strike.
That's like when his career is done, and that's when you sell. You sell right as right Hall of Fame announcement. Shohei Ohtani 97%.
Hear me out though. No, it'll be higher than that.
It'll be 100 because
hear me out. Hypothetically speaking, I'm not accusing the player of this, but in a hypothetical world, if Ohtani is banned from baseball for betting on the sport, I'm not saying he has. But if he was banned from the sport for betting on it, do the cards go in the tank? And therefore, should I take my $200K right now?
You're throwing a hypothetical out
hypothetical.
There that he's already, by the way, he's already dodged that because he threw his interpreter under the bus.
I'm saying that's why it's only hypothetical. I'm not making accusations.
He's dodged the betting on baseball or betting on anything because he threw his interpreter under the bus because he didn't know anything. And so he's going to be fine. And by the way, I see what you say, Coastal Card Collector, Mike Trout cards are going down. Right. That's different. That's different because Ohtani's already won a World Series. He's far and away the face of baseball.
And face of Japanese baseball.
And Japanese baseball. Ohtani can have he's on the best team. One of the best. He's on the Dodgers. The thing with Mike Trout, he's on the Angels, and the Angels suck.
Right.
So the brand, the World Series, the MVPs, the numbers, I get it, but Ohtani's different. He's just in a different category.
No doubt. By the way, Carlos, our buddy, is in Philadelphia. He says, before I go to bed, I'm in Philly right now. It says 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
What is there to do? Well, nothing at 2 a.m. Kind of a gray city. Philly cheesesteak is overrated. No Phillies games right now. You could go to the Liberty Bell. You could go to Patrigino's. You could see I don't know. They founded the country. Go see where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Go hang out with Thomas Jefferson. I mean, he's not alive. But,
some bagels, dude. I got good bagels. Got some pork roll, egg, and cheeses. Get some of those.
Yeah, go to Wawa. Get gas.
I love me some Wawa, like that, dude. Go to Wawa. Yeah. They have everything at Wawa.
And then before he signs off for the night, he says, man, we're on a tangent right now.
Oh,
if Ohtani is innocent, so is Trevor Bauer. Sign him. Carlos, go to sleep. That's the last super I want to see from you tonight. Go to sleep.
Don't send us any more
comment,
super chats.
No reaction. No comment, no reaction. We heard from Mike Shildt before today's game say that Yu Darvish threw a 16 or 17 pitch bullpen, whatever that means. I guess they weren't counting.
That's what I'm asking. Kevin, how many pitches did he actually throw? Was it 16 or was it 17?
Very weird. We also heard that there's not really a timetable as of yet on Michael King. There's no real update. But the update, I guess, on Darvish is it was 16 or 17 pitches, and he'll throw more later in the week. Like this 16 pitch bullpen he threw today is not a bullpen. So we're
Or
all clear.
17.
Or 17. A bullpen's 30 plus pitches
Yeah.
at like 90% effort. And it sounded like this was 16 pitches at less than 90% effort. So like he's ramping up to a bullpen, which
is kind of weird.
Is odd.
But again, I think that
yeah, that's your update.
I truly think that they feel like they have a certain amount of bullets in the tank that they can use with Darvish. And what's the point of using those right now?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Darvish doesn't feel ready to go. And I've said this before. Maybe the Padres are like, dude, we've checked you out like 100 times. There's nothing we can find wrong with you. So we don't know what it is. And you're probably just going to have to deal with this pain. And Darvish is like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Which I get. I understand. Or he's a ticking time bomb. I don't know. Maybe they're like, yeah, your arm's going to blow up. And do you want to pitch through it or what? I mean, that's kind of what it is. So we'll see.
Yeah. Again, because they're winning, it's not overly, dominating each and every show like it would be if they were losing. So stay tuned is what I would say. I see a sunrise. We're going to get your super. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the generous super chat. Before we get to that super chat, thank you to Mova Globes for their support of the channel. Pick one of these puppies up. They've got all 30 teams officially licensed. If you use promo code PWS10 by clicking the link in the description down below, you'll get 10% off. These are great gift ideas. This is the perfect gift for the baseball fan in your life, whether they're a Padres fan or a Giants fan, whether they're a Cubs fan or a Mets fan, so on and so forth. They've got all 30 teams officially licensed. They spin automatically. Companies based in San Diego. They only need artificial or natural light. There are no cords. There are no wires. There are no batteries. So they somehow spin. I didn't invent them. It's like, what do they say? Like Chick-fil-A didn't invent the chicken. They just invented the chicken sandwich or whatever. But we didn't invent these, but they're awesome. Seriously, these are awesome products. Your family's going to love them. Great gift idea. Great for home or work office. Get 10% off. Use promo code PWS10.
Yeah, get a Mobile Globe today. Get it for your house. Get it for a bookshelf. Get it for a desk. Get it for a work desk. Get it for a nightstand. Just get it for yourself. Treat yourself. Use our promo code PWS10. Link in the description below.
Do you think of Mova Globe, Jim? Serious question. Is this the size of a softball?
Probably.
I think this is the size of a softball. This one, this size specifically.
Do you think if Manny Machado played baseball and the ball was the size of a softball, he would do good?
He would hit. I don't know what he would hit in a season, but he'd hit 400.
A lot of players would hit 400.
A lot of guys hit 400 with the softballs. Would be my guess. Sunriser, thank you. He says, "Is there a chance one or both will be ready for the Dodgers?" No
chance.
I don't think either of those pitchers pitch in the 17-game stretch, which is now 15 games. I'd be very surprised.
I don't think we see King until at the earliest middle of July. That would mean it'd be after the All-Star break.
Wow.
I don't think we see Darvish until the end of the month at the earliest.
Yeah, like July 1 or something.
I mean, you have to think about this. So there's no way that King in the next week is going to be throwing anything. All right. So there's 1 week down. You're now clearly towards the later half of June. All right. Say June 18th, he starts to try to throw again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have to start, seeing how he feels after he just starts throwing a baseball. So that's another week. Then you're going to have to maybe set up a bullpen and then progress towards a full bullpen. That's another 2
rehab.
weeks. Then you have to go on a rehab assignment, maybe 1 or 2 starts. I don't know. That's another week and a half. So like you're looking at now already like a month and a half to a month and a half before King is like ramped up, ready to go again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the concern. That's the concern. Can it be overcome? Padres are saying yes, based on their play. But, Yeah, you got to make sure these players are healthy and can impact you in a positive way late in the year. That's what matters. You got to get them healthy. You can't fool around here with Michael King or Yu Darvish.
He did. He slept wrong and fucked his shoulder up.
The difference between me and you sleeping on it wrong and Faulty Spark and all of our viewers here is that this guy's got to pitch 95 miles per hour in the major leagues. So it's like, again, is it solely related to how he slept? I don't know. But did it play a role? And I think he's dealing with something more than what you and I would get with like a stiff neck, so to speak. Like there's got to be more than just, hey, I have a stiff neck, I'm going to miss 2 months. Like I think there's something going on with the way like his nerves are firing to his shoulder. Like he's gotten second opinions on it. You don't get second, third opinions on, hey, my neck hurts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's more than just, hey, my neck is stiff.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird injury. This is very weird, untimely, very weird and untimely injury.
This is kind of fun. What is the Giants version of the wrap-up show?
I have no idea. I don't even know if they have a wrap-up show.
Can you put the name of the channel, Coastal Card Collector, in the chat? Because I'll check it out after we're off. I just want to. What would you be like? What is Mark Willard? Mark, who's the most positive Bay Area fan, even he's been critical of the Giants. Like they cannot score. So I have no clue what they'd be saying on a wrap-up show. Oh, here we go. NorCal Sports Network. Okay. I'm curious to see. I mean, they must be absolutely losing their mind.
Well, Mark has like a radio show, so he's not doing a post-game show.
No. Mark wouldn't lose his mind.
No,
but
I mean,
I'm
like
curious with NorCal.
Mark's not doing a post-game wrap-up show at like 11
No,
p.m.
I
at night.
know
Like
he's not. But I'm curious what
like,
NorCal Sports Network is saying.
I've never even heard of that channel before.
But Mark used to do like a Padres. It's like a Giants pre-post. Didn't he?
Okay.
When he left here?
I
thought he did. Keaton, thank you, man, for the super. He says Padres' odds to win the World Series are well below Houston, Seattle, Atlanta, and are middle of the pack. This type of winning isn't sustainable. Worried about 21 repeat? I don't think this is 2021, and this certainly isn't 2023 because they're never good in 2023. I'd be very surprised that if this was 2021, where 2021 had better record today than they do, this time around. But wouldn't you? I'd be very surprised if the wheels just fell off this team. What would be the reasoning? Because they just have no starting pitching. I feel like AJ Preller is more apt to prepare. 2021. I don't know. The wheels did fall off clearly in 2021, but that feels like a lifetime ago.
It does, and you lost all the pitching. Snell got hurt and Darvish got hurt, and you had like Jake Arrieta pitching for you in that season. I remember they didn't make any moves at the deadline because the big thing was we feel like we have the guys here, and if they perform, we feel like we're going to be good, and they need to perform. So, yeah, and they didn't perform.
Now I'm curious, though. Okay, I'm pulling up 2025 playoff odds at fangraphs.com. Just because why not? Because it's fun to do, even though it means nothing. The Padres at Fangraphs have only a 54.5% chance of making the playoffs per Fangraphs and a 2.2% chance of winning the World Series. By comparison, the Dodgers have a 19.4% chance of winning the World Series and a 97.8% chance of making the playoffs. And keep in mind, these two teams are separated by one game right now in the standings. So
odds are odds.
Yeah, odds are odds. I agree. I'm not going to overreact to it or really even react.
No. Right.
What's Isaac saying here?
May I give you a 5 to end it?
May I give a 5 to end it? And what?
I don't know. Maybe the stream?
No, but thank you. We appreciate you. Isaac, you can follow up in the comments if there's something we're missing in here as well. We can pull it up. But thank you for supporting the channel. Oops. Yeah. Sunriser says, and thank you, Sunriser, says, okay, I found a way to get a ticket to the 3 games next week. Will be useless at work, but fun. Hope Padres can pull off 2 of 3. Oh, you got tickets. That's awesome.
Awesome, dude.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be great atmosphere down there.
Yeah, I mean, are you kidding? We've seen so much of it over the years, and now that it's been so competitive this decade, it's going to be amazing. Zach wants to give us $5 just to end it. Why do you want us to end the stream? Are you a Giants fan? Are you just done with
I don't want to do this anymore. I
don't. Thank you, Isaac, and thank you, Sunriser. Guys, by the way, Jim, I don't know if you noticed this, but I got $75 in my underdog account. So I don't know how, but
did you play recently?
Here's what I want. Yeah, I got $75 right now. So here's what I'm going to do with your help, real quick. I'm going to make a $75. I'm placing $75 right now on an underdog play. Everyone can help me out, Jim. What do I want?
Must be nice.
I want to tie in game 1 of the finals with Padres tomorrow. What do you think? And here's the thing. Shea's higher lower was actually 33.5. That's a big number.
But he's also a guy that just puts up 30.
So are you telling me would you go higher than 33.5 points, or would you do like 46.5 points in rebounds and assists?
Give me higher for points for Shea.
Would you go higher 17.5 points? Remember, OKC's defense is legit. Higher than 17.5 points for Tyrese, or would you rather go 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists because he's like a 10 assist guy?
Yeah, I think game 1's going to be actually a close game.
So you go 17.5 points or 31.5 points, rebounds, assists?
31 points, rebounds, and assists.
And then do you want me to pair it with, now this isn't until Thursday, so we won't know obviously until after that game, but should I pair it with something tomorrow with the Padres, or just go NBA? I could add in like a Siakam or something.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
I don't know. This is your play, dude.
No, I'm using you as my freaking guy.
Right, Pascal, higher than 19.5 points.
You see that? Okay. Okay. If that happens, $75 pays $450 if those 3 things happen.
Let's do it. Do it, bro. You know how many cards you could buy with that money? You know how many cards you could buy with that money?
I know, dude. I'll buy a freaking what I'm looking for right now. I need Coastal Card Collector in here. I'm looking at a couple Merrills right now.
A couple Merrill autos, bro.
Not even autos, just Merrills.
Some graded slabs. Trying to get some graded slabs in your possession.
But here's the deal, guys. If you're here watching, graded slabs. If you're here watching, use promo code PODSWRAP and get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and a free gimme pick. What's a free gimme pick? They'll give you like higher than a half total point for Tyrese Halliburton Thursday. So giving you a pick 'em. Then you just got to pair it with like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or like Pascal Siakam. But use the promo code. Click the link in the description down below. Use that promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a free gimme pick. You want me to play this?
Do it. Be a man.
What do you guys think in the chat? Yes or no? Put it in the chat.
Yes. Hit play 450. Come on.
Coastal Card Collector says buy Merrill.
It's great.
LOL, use your boost. What boost?
Play it.
Okay. Pray for us.
You're an idiot. Why did you have Shai Gilgeous over higher than 33.5 points?
Because you told me, you moron. That's a huge number, Jim. He's got to score 34 points, you asshole.
I know. He's not going to score 34. He's going to score like 32.
You told me he's going to score 33.5.
You idiot. Why'd you do that?
You're such a moron.
It was a dumb bet.
You just cost me $75.
I know I did.
Well, I mean, I hate you. That thing better hit. Who wants to join me? Somebody sign up right now and play that same play. Not for 75 necessarily. Play for 10. And then we can win together or lose together.
Should have played 2 different bets, better odds.
Gosh darn it.
Why'd you bet all your money on one play?
I just want to win big. Like, it's like that. I'm just in a new, it's the new John.
Just hit the new John, the midlife crisis John. Just betting just $75.
I buy cards. I'm turning 45 on Sunday. I'm just like, F it on everything now. I'm like, what's that movie where the guy's like, he like doesn't go to work anymore?
What?
What's 75 for 450 is pathetic?
I don't know.
I hate everyone. Luca, thank you. He says X is top 10 at his position for OAA and runs prevented. Okay, he made a good play, by the way, in the 10th inning. So in my opinion, he should get a modicum. Is that or modicum? Is it modicum?
It's a monicum.
Okay, Mr. English, of love for his defense. We need to talk about that real quick before.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Jim, here's what I'm going to mention. Jim in the back page today on John and Jim, he was trying to say last night, and he said yesterday night.
I showed that to Erin, and she's like, she didn't understand at first what I was saying. She's like, "What are you saying?"
Yeah, yesterday night the Padres won. Like yesterday night. What the hell is yesterday night?
Like yesterday night. What else did I say today? Multitude.
Multitude. You meant to say multitude, and you asked a question to Annie Halpern, and you said something about a multitude.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Do you give Xander some slack because he's been good defensively? Guys, he's making $280 million. Nobody cares about his defense.
Again, he's not like,
and he's not elite.
It's not like fucking Ozzie Smith out there. I mean, like, give me a break, dude. He's doing what he's supposed to do, which is make the routine play and get the job done and be solid at shortstop. Like, that's what he's being paid to do. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, but his defense, incredible. Like, give me a break. The guy can't do shit on offense, and he's being paid to produce, and he's not producing.
I was talking about Office Space.
Okay.
Yes, like and subscribe to Isaac's point before everyone gets out of here tonight.
Yeah, please like and subscribe.
But real quick, you don't care, Jim, but Coastal Card, what do you think about a 2024 Topps Chrome Cosmic Merrill Aqua?
Create a monster Coastal Card collector.
Hold on, let me pull this up on screen.
Oh, jeez.
Just stick around with me for a second. Hold on.
Oh,
let me pull this up on. No. Did he leave? I don't care. This is great. I really don't, Jim. I know you're in the back. I don't care that you left. What do you think of this? Now, this ain't cheap. But look at this card. This thing's pretty, isn't it, guys? This would be my biggest card purchase ever. And by the way, he'll come down off this number. And I looked up some comps, and there were like comps in like the 160, 165, 170 range. I think he would do it for like. Oh, actually, he had an offer. He reviewed it. He has an offer for 174. What do you think of this card? Nice card, right?
Rich has a good take here. You need to work at Upper Deck, John.
They're less in cards today, more memorabilia, right?
They still do cards.
I don't think at the same clip, though. I don't
think
Ernie
works there. You know Ernie Martinez, he works there.
The Laughing Friar?
Our Laughing Friar, yes.
Hey, Ernie, hook us up with some like $100,000 cards, please.
I know Jeff Dotseth works there as well.
Well, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Give me free cards?
Well, you can at least be around cards all day.
I love cards.
You can just be like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Cards.
Is anyone saying buy this thing, or is this like a ripoff?
Buy it. Spend your money on that.
No, you just told me to do the freaking play with Shea, and you lied to me. I hope that hits. Now I'm freaking buying.
If that hits, you're buying this card.
Oh, hell yeah. Maybe I'll wait for that. What
do you wait for it?
This is a good point. If I pull the 101 Ohtani, bye wrap up. The wrap up shows then is Fadden and Jim.
Oh, no, it's not. No way in hell it is.
He says, get the Cosmic Auto. Be a man.
Get the Cosmic Auto. Be a man.
And I kind of do want a Leo DeVries, Jim.
Sure. Just ruin every player on the Padres. It's fine.
Hazen Card says, don't buy the Cosmic.
Just real quick. John, I get to work today. And
I pulled it down, but yeah, pull it down.
And I get to work today. Wait.
Yeah.
I can't swap.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that.
And he's like, oh, dude, I got a card. I was like, oh, sick. What'd you get? He pulls out a fucking Nick Boyd Aztec card.
I like Nick. I like it. I mean, I like doing
Nick,
local.
But like, you paid $150 for it.
No, it was like $2.
The shipping was more than the card.
Yeah, I think the shipping was $4.99. Hold on, do I have it? Where's the freaking Boyd? Hold on.
Now I have this. I think I've showed this before. I got this 2016 Evolutions holographic Charizard right here. I'm thinking of getting it graded. but also I know that if I get it graded, it probably is not going to come out to a 10. So that means the value would go down. Oh, you got another dude, rip the pack, bro.
It was just in my bag. I'm gonna have to rip this.
Open it up. I also have this first edition Dark Dragonite card from 1998 that I bought with a swirl in the back. Pretty good. It's like mint condition.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna get this one graded eventually, but I've checked the back and the corners for Lightning. Don't worry.
Who cares about the Charizard? Here's my Nick Boyd.
Oh my god.
From Aztec, now transferred to
this
Wisconsin.
Card right here, raw is worth. I've checked it. It's worth probably between 250 and 320.
So is this if he's a 10-time first team All NBA.
Okay, open the pack, bro.
Hey,
what do you got?
Card collector, Nick Boyd to the moon. Yeah, he left. I know, but honestly, I don't think the Aztecs are in the tournament without Nick Boyd. And in this era, I like Nick Boyd. I'm a what?
Yeah, Dragonite's greater than an Aztec card. Sorry,
I don't even know what that means. Okay, I just opened.
I know.
Card.
Trust me. I know. I'm not going to grade it. It's not worth it. But I do like a slab. I do want a slab. Okay, what do you got? What is that?
Miggy,
Judge?
Miggy Stars of MLB.
Miguel Cabrera.
Not a rookie.
Not a rookie.
Miles Mikolos of Shilt's boy. Oh, here we go. This is what we all needed. Thank the freaking Lord. 3 hits incoming tomorrow. X-Man.
Xander Bogaerts, baby.
Boom.
Oh, he's going to do absolutely nothing still.
Correct. Okay. The rare Donnie Sands. Oh, yeah. We have more. We have more friends. Adam Frazier.
Okay.
We have Bryce Wilson from the Brewers. Padres will be there this weekend.
Okay.
We have Yusniel Diaz of the Dodgers. Jones has been throwing Dodgers cards, by the way, in the trash.
Smart kid.
Yeah. Bobby Dahlbeck of the Red Sox.
Okay.
Ranger Suarez, who turned around the Padres season last year in June when the Padres beat him.
Okay.
Oh, Nick Senzel of the Reds.
Wow.
By the way, none of these cards are worth $100,000.
So why'd you buy us?
I don't know. It was in my bag, dude. I think that might be for Jones, truthfully. Jonathan Heasley. Can we go back to Kyle Freeland from the Rockies? Picked up their first series win tonight, so this probably went up in value.
Yeah.
We have Randy Rosarena.
Okay.
You want to kill yourself. Jonathan Scope. Oh, and look at this card. Like the 1952 Ronald Acuna Jr. Remember that 52 season? Or whatever year this is supposed to be. So did I hit anything in there?
No.
I hit a Bogarts 13th year card. You don't think that's worth a lot of money?
Well, if Bogarts does anything tomorrow, it's attributed to that card.
I'm gonna put this card in,
a sleeve and
I'm gonna put in a sleeve just so I can.
It's literally
reverse.
It's worth 15 cents at most.
Kyle Freeland. They got 10 wins now. Dude.
You guys are losing tens
all
of
today.
Viewers. I know.
All today off Whatnot.
And how many cards are worth anything?
There's no money in there. But it's good for Jones. He likes them.
No money. All right. Well.
All right. Support our partners. Padres win. What are we even talking about?
I don't know.
Padres win tonight over the Giants in 10, 3-2. Remarkable comeback. Manny Machado with 2 outs there.
Charizard.
This is a good book. Did you see how many people did they say were actually in the stands? 173 or something?
No, that's fake.
That's real.
The actual attendance.
Nobody there.
The actual attendance somehow they said was 5,000.
That's bullshit. That's sold tickets. But how many people were there? 500?
Let me look.
Seriously, count them.
I will. Hold on. This was what? Sunday?
No. Today.
Today? No, it was Monday. That's what it was.
Okay.
Says the attendance was 5,894.
That's bullshit. That's like sold suites and stuff. You know what I mean?
And then the attendance today,
5 people.
7,583.
But don't you think that includes like tickets sold in suites and like
Yeah,
hospitality?
dude, it looked like there were literally 150 people in the stands.
Dude, that is so pathetic. Thank the Lord that's not what goes on here. You know what I mean? But this,
And then you got like in Sacramento, there was 8,000 fans at the ballpark tonight in Sacramento, which is actually a good amount for
more
that ballpark.
What's that?
It's a good amount for that ballpark.
Yeah, because seats like 10,000. All right, guys, support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, SeatGeek, Mova Globes, Underdog Fantasy, our friends at Hamul Casino as well. We're back tomorrow, 2 p.m. on John and Jim. Kevin Acey will join us, by the way, tomorrow. Getting you ready for Padres and Giants game 3, and then we'll be back with you. I thought you were going to sneeze. We'll be back with you tomorrow night for the wrap-up show. What do we have coming up?
I'm not telling you guys the schedule.
Who